Hi, I'm Alex. I'm working with Anna, Matt, and Daniel on a mobile application, which is a personal task manager known as Auto Agenda. This application will greatly help simplify your life and help you manage your daily life, and this is done for our senior design project.
Existing another task manager apps who let us organize and prioritize all the events, like meetings, or tasks like studying on homeworks. Example of these apps are like Trello. We can see here that Trello organizes all the apps in columns like to do, doing, or done, and Google Calendar who let us invite people or create and introduce events. Why our app is different? Our app is different because in addition to organize, this app is scheduling automatically all our tasks. We only have to introduce the location, the due, and the priority, and the app are going to do everything for us. Also, our app synchronizes all the events or all the tasks in our calendar, and we don't need to take in all of them. For this reason, our app is better than the rest of them.
So Auto Agenda has three main views: the task view, the agenda view, and the calendar view. The first of which in this flow is the task view, and that's where you initially create your task or event by inputting the individual values that make it up. So for example, any reminders that you want to have, the priority of the task, the date of the task, and things like that. And a lot of these values go into the main algorithm that determines when the optimal time for you to accomplish this task is. And then following from there, we have the agenda view, where it's kind of like your daily view. From there you can see all the tasks and events laid out by when you need to do them, and also you can click on any of these tasks to return to the task view in case you need to edit any of the information. And lastly, we have the calendar view, which is kind of like your normal intuitive weekly or monthly view of all of the tasks and events that you have upcoming. And on top of that, we have notifications that'll come through at your set reminder times for you to be reminded of upcoming tasks and events.
Auto Agenda is an Android application. We'll be using Android best practices. So for instance, we'll be using material design patterns to make the UI for the application, and we'll be using Java for the business logic. We'll be doing our best to separate out the Android specific code with the business logic so we can make the application more portable to other platforms. The database we'll be using will be local to the phone, so we won't have to have an internet connection to use the application. We'll also be tapping into Google's APIs to sync the scheduled tasks and events with Google Calendar, so you don't need to have the app on each of your devices if you want to be using the schedule. Speaking of the schedule, the algorithm we'll be using for it will be based off CPU process scheduling algorithms. This way we'll know that it's tried and true. The application will be open source, so we'll be following open source best practices and using the GPL v3 license.
Okay, so there are many benefits to using Auto Agenda. Auto Agenda's automatic scheduler will help you to not procrastinate with your work. Basically, Auto Agenda will have notifications that will help you to stay on schedule with your task for a certain day. And say if you enjoy doing a hobby, you can put that in with a lower priority, and Auto Agenda will automatically factor out a time block for it, intelligently schedule a time block along with your other tasks for that day. Auto Agenda also will allow you to take breaks. It will automatically schedule breaks for you to keep yourself mentally refreshed, and it basically lets you finish early with your work because you will stay on schedule with certain things.
Auto Agenda will be your new calendar and your new secretary by not only optimizing your schedule, but also making the time you spend more productive.